Before we begin, turn off the lights, sit somewhere quiet, and try to picture every word you're about to hear. If your heart isn't strong enough, I suggest you stop now. Because what the story tells happened in a forest no one enters, and those who did never came back to speak. Ready? Listen until the end, if you can. For friends Green, Sarah, Hassam, and Maya decided to escape the city noise and spend a camping night in an old, forgotten forest, a place no one ever visited. From the moment they arrived, the atmosphere was too quiet, unnaturally calm, and the air was cold, as if it was blowing straight out of a tomb. They pitched their tent, lit a fire, and for a while, everything felt normal. They laughed, sharing old memories, trying to ignore the chilling silence that surrounded them. Then, they heard something moving between the trees. A subtle rustle at first. Cream laughed it off. "It's probably just a deer. Don't worry," he said, trying to sound brave. But the sound came again. This time, it was closer, heavier. It wasn't the sound of an animal. It sounded like dead legs dragging across dirt. Suddenly, out of the darkness, a figure appeared in the firelight. It was a man, but he was dead. His clothes were torn and caked with mud. His skin was a ghastly, pale white, and his eyes were frozen wide, without a single blink. He stood there, staring at them, and when he saw them, his mouth slowly cracked open, releasing a low, guttural sound that chilled their blood to the bone. Cream, trying to be the leader, tried to calm everyone down. He took a hesitant step toward the corpse, his hands raised in a placating gesture. But in a split second, the zombie lunged at him with brutal, unnatural force. It knocked him to the ground, and its teeth sank deep into his shoulder. Sarah let out a piercing scream as Cream was dragged, kicking and struggling, into the trees. Then he silenced. A dark, heavy silence that felt louder than any scream. 10 minutes later, a figure stumbled back into the clearing. It was Cream, but it wasn't him. His body was crooked, bent at an unnatural angle. The bite mark on his shoulder was a festering black wound, and his eyes glowed with something terrifying and hungry. He locked his gaze on his friends and started running toward them. Hassam, thinking fast, tried to create a distraction so Sarah and Maya could escape. He grabbed a burning branch from the fire, creating a makeshift torch, and charged at the thing that used to be Cream. But as he swung, Cream grabbed his arm with inhuman strength. The snap of bone echoed through the forest. Hassam screamed, a sound of pure agony, as he too was pulled into the darkness. Seconds later, he returned. He was holding the torch, but he was holding it wrongly, the burning end against his own hand, completely unaware. He made the same dead, rattling sound as the first zombie. Maya ran with everything she had, her lungs burning, Sarah right behind her. They sprinted through the dense trees, branches scratching their faces. But suddenly, Maya froze. She just stopped dead in her tracks. In front of her, standing in a silent, perfect line, was a row of zombies. They were just waiting, as if they were expecting her. She let out a scream, but it was cut short as another zombie grabbed her from behind, its teeth sinking deep into her neck. She collapsed, her body trembling violently on the forest floor. Sarah rushed to her, trying to lift her, to drag her away. But Maya's eyes snapped open. She was dead, and she was alive again. Sarah was alone. She ran, gasping for air, tears streaming down her face as pure, unadulterated fear crushed her chest. She finally reached the dirt path that led back to their car, to safety. Hope surged through her for a single, fleeting moment. But as she approached the vehicle, she froze, standing there, blocking her path. Were Kareem, Hassam, and Maya, waiting Their eyes were dead, their bodies were twisted, and the same cracked, horrifying smile was plastered on all their faces. They began moving toward her, a slow, synchronized shuffle. Step, step, step. Sarah fell to her knees, the last of her strength gone. "We came here to relax, not to die," she whispered, her voice breaking into sobs. Then, darkness. In the morning, the police found the campsite. The tent was still pitched, the fire long dead. Strange drag marks covered the ground all around it. But the bodies of the 4 friends, they were never found. And to this day, people who know the story say the forest never had zombies before that night. The zombies were created that night. And they're still waiting. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like and subscribe for more tales from the dark. Stay safe out there.